Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Gaudet Field here in Middletown, Rhode Island, where the Salve Regina University Seahawks are set to take on the Bison of Nichols College in a Commonwealth Coast Conference matchup. Hello again, I am Andy Pizzelli, here to bring you the call this afternoon, senior day here for the Seahawks. We just wrapped up a wonderful pregame ceremony. The Seahawks honored their 4 seniors, Kerry Beeland, Victoria Johnson, Olivia Sliz, and Lindsay Smith. They all comprise the class of 2019, and they were joined by family and friends on the field commemorating their 4 years here at Salve Regina. But there's still more work for them to be done. Plenty of games left here in their season, but they wanted to celebrate Senior Day here today on a weekend where they knew they could get everybody here in the house, and it's a gorgeous day here in Middletown. It is sunny, it is warm, and we are ready to go. The Seahawks 4-3 on the season, 1-2 in the CCC. Nichols 2-8 overall, 0-4 in Commonwealth Coast Conference play. And the Bison will start with Emily Egan between the pipes. Her 8th start, 10th appearance. She's 0-8 on the season. She's made 126 saves, though. Meanwhile, for Salve, it will be Christina Myers making another start, her 8th of the year. She's 4-3 and has made 41 saves so far in the 2019 season. Seahawks coming off a tough loss here on Tuesday against Curry College, a back-and-forth game. And they finished. They came back from a 7-goal deficit to tie the game at 16, and then just didn't have enough left in the tank to finish the game, and lost 20-17. Seahawks will like to make amends for that here today against the Bison. Nicole Smith wins the draw and gets it away up the field to Maddie Villarreal. Salisbury in front. Kylie Anderson circling to her left. Races through the slot and now passes it out wide, left side. Lindsay Smith looking to attack down the middle. Will hold it out wide. Smith starts her drive again and feathers it high and out of play. Villarreal with a little underhanded shot. That goes wide. And the ball goes out of play, and the Bison will look for clear. Egan gets it away to Claire Matlack. And Matlack now will try and navigate her way through midfield. Matlack stripped of the ball, and Salisbury comes up with it. Salisbury to Lindsay Smith, drops it, gets it back. Smith gets it away to Sliz. Her shot goes wide. And it will belong to the Bison, and once again they'll look to clear. And it goes out of play off the stick of Sam Hesse. Nicole Smith on the near side gives it up to Olivia Sliz. Sliz too high for Lindsay Smith. And that'll be another turnover here in the early going for Salve. Into the attacking end now for the Bison, carrying it is Kirsten Sullivan. And Sullivan will hold it wide on the right side and now carry into the corner. She is their leading scorer, 32 goals and 2 assists for Sullivan. So she's someone for the Seahawks to keep an eye on. On the near side now, Miranda Smith. Out to the wing, held by Kozlowski. Kozlowski to her left, trying to float it towards the net. It goes out of play. Deflected by the Seahawks. Bison will keep it. Trying to fight her way into the middle was Elizabeth Luster. And a foul called here against Salve. And the ball goes out of play. Luster. Left side, lobs it all the way out high. Held by Danielle Kozlowski. Kozlowski Back up to the point. Turning, looking for space now is Gernander. She gives it up. Back to Kozlowski, looking for an angle, and she's bumped and fouled on the inside. Danielle Kozlowski now, who will get free position. First big scoring chance of the day. Here comes Kozlowski trying to bounce it on the net, and it's turned aside by Myers. Bison still with possession, and a pass out to the wing off the mark of Gernander. Out of play, the Bison turn it over. Lindsay Smith lobs it ahead, bounces it into space. Sliz trying to catch up to it, loose on the ground, and Sliz does scoop it up, and now will cradle into the attacking end. .26 minutes to go in the first half. No score. A couple of shots for both sides. Salisbury now drops it into the corner to Katie Doherty. Now Maddie Villarreal behind the net. Villarreal looking to roll her way toward the front. Back to her right hand, and she sends it wide of the pipe. And it's out of play, and it will belong to the Bison. And an errant pass up the field can be scooped by Sliz. Sliz sidearms it to Nicole Smith. In front, Katie Doherty with a shot, and she scores! Katie Doherty, the Seahawks' leading scorer, gets her 31st of the year. And it's 1-0 Salve, 25-24 to play in the first half. .31 goals on the season, 6 assists for Katie Doherty, 37 total points. Nicole Smith on the draw. Loose on the ground. Georgia Rossetti looking for it. She scoops it back in the defensive zone. And Rossetti still trying to get to it, and it goes out of play. Liz McKinnon now carrying for the Bison. Picked up by Rossetti. McKinnon double team down low. Triple team comes from Nicole Smith. Ball back out to the wing. Now dropped down low. Gernander racing in behind the net. Looking to hand off. Flips it back to the weak side. And that's shut off there by Myers and Gabby Majensky. Gernander now on the near side. Floats it out beyond the arc. Miranda Smith wanted to go inside. Back to Gernander instead. Flips out to Luster. And she stopped top of the slot. Flips it out to the point to Kozlowski. Gernander holding beyond the arc. Moves it right side. Bison now carried in behind the net. Looking to circle around is Miranda Smith. Shut off on the drive by Carrie Beelan. Back to McKinnon. McKinnon trying to bully her way in, and she scores. Little short side shot for McKinnon. Tried to back her way in and then just flicked it over her shoulder and past Christina Myers. That ties the game at 1. 24:05 to go in the first half. We'll take a look at the replay of that one. Just trying to back her way in, just use the shoulder to get a little space. And just snuck that one inside the pipe. Game tied at 1. Nicole Smith on the draw. Smith trying to reach for it, swats it into space, and Lindsay Smith comes up with it. Salisbury to Katie Doherty, who has the lone Seahawks goal. Doherty into the middle to Nicole Smith, rolling to the cage, and she scores. Nicole Smith, 11th goal of the year. Another assist for Katie Doherty as well. So Doherty a part of both goals so far here this afternoon. It's 2-1 Salve.
Goal scored by number 2, Nicole Smith.
Off the draw, it's won by the Bison. And that's Kozlowski sprinting up the left side. Excuse me, that's Kristen Sullivan. Sullivan into a double team. Trying to pass it out to the point, and a foul called on the inside. Trying to get the ball to Michaela Pratt. And this is going to be another free position here for the Bison. Shooting off of it and hopping it wide, that was Sullivan. And the ball goes out of play. It will belong to the Seahawks. Leading 2-1. Here's Salisbury up the right side, and she's bumped and fouled. This will be free position for Steph Salisbury. Salisbury with a shot, and it's turned aside. The rebound comes out in front, and Anderson is robbed. 2 big saves from Emily Egan. Salisbury got stuffed on the free position. Anderson was there to clean it up. And Egan standing tall in the crease. Keeps this a 1-score game. Sullivan looking to turn the corner into the middle, and she's bumped and fouled on her way to the net. So this should be free position once again for the Bison. Kirsten Sullivan with a chance to tie the game. 10 yards straight away. Works her way in with a bouncing shot, and she scores. Free position goal for Kirsten Sullivan, and we're tied at 2. And that's her 33rd of the year. Now draw control at midfield. With the tie score 2, 22:07 to go in the first half. Parizo in on the draw for Salve, working against Luster, and it's Luster who comes up with it. Luster fouled out near the 25. Parizo and Tilton in there applying the pressure. Here's Pratt on the left side. Slings it up to the point. Kozlowski gives it up to Sullivan. Sullivan, little stop and start, runs into Carrie Beelan. Sees the double team, gets the pass away to the left side to Smith. Smith trying to weave her way in front. Flicks it behind the net to Pratt, now out to the right side. And held on the wing now by the Bison. McKinnon Again, trying to fight her way towards the front. And an offensive foul is called. McKinnon trying to force her way in on that left side. And now the Seahawks will look to clear. Myers sends it all the way out to midfield. Beelan gets it away to Lindsey Smith, who flicks it in stride to Kylie Anderson. Anderson gives it up to Katie Doherty. Doherty rolling her way towards the front with an underhanded shot that goes wide, kept in play by Maddie Villarreal. Villarreal behind the cage. Villarreal left side now, looking for cutters. Starts her drive, fires it on the net, and she scores! Maddie Villarreal with her 19th of the year. And that gives the Seahawks the lead again with 20:45 to go in the first half.
Seahawk goal scored by number 6, Maddie Villarreal.
So Doherty, Smith, and Villarreal the scorers so far, and Lindsey Smith comes away with the draw cleanly. Into the attacking end, trying to zip the entry, and it hops past Sliz in front and comes right to Egan. Smith swats out a pass out of the air, gets it away to Doherty towards the net with her shot, and it's stuffed by Egan. Egan has made a couple of big saves. Sliz trying to knock it away from behind is whistled for a foul. Gerzabek at midfield. That's deflected. Kylie Anderson. Lead for Katie Doherty. And she will trot into the corner. Doherty. Back to Salisbury right side. Lobbed up to Olivia Sliz. Anderson back to Sliz with a shot and the save made by Egan. Some big time stops by Egan here in this first half. Along the near side, a Hazy runs into a crowd, gets knocked down, and it's going to be Salve ball. A Hazy ran herself into a crowd, lost the ball. Seahawks will take it with the lead. 19 minutes to go in the first half. Sliz moves it to Salisbury right side. Maddie Villarreal alone behind the net. Slowly walking left side. Now starts her roll towards the cage, backs it out, flicks it out wide to Lindsey Smith, top of the arc left side. And a foul on the inside. And this looks to be going against the Bison. And this is going to be free position here for Lindsey Smith. With 18:47 to go in the first half, Seahawks leading 3-2. Lindsey Smith sprints in, fires it on the net, and it's saved by Egan. Racing out to grab the rebound, though, is Maddie Villarreal. Sliz, little shake and bake in the middle with a shot, and that is saved by Egan. Foul at midfield on Nicole Smith. Egan leads the CCC in saves. And you're seeing why here today. Here's Sullivan into a double team, flicks it back out to the point. Trying to turn the corner on Smith, and firing it on the net and scoring is Liz McKinnon. McKinnon with her second of the game. We're tied at 3, 17:54 to go in the first half. Ball poked into space and off the draw. Lindsay Smith comes up with it. Smith in front for Anderson. Ball loose in the corner, and Maddie Villarreal comes away with it. Villarreal to the net, and she scores. Her second of the game.
Seahawk goal scored by number 6, Maddie Villarreal.
And just like that, the Seahawks retake the lead. And Smith on the near side scoops the draw. Flicks it up to Olivia Sliz. Sliz to Salisbury. Back to Lindsay Smith. And Smith is bumped and fouled. Lindsay Smith. Back to Nicole Smith. Switches to the left hand. Down the middle with a shot. It's turned away by Egan. A late foul call. I think Smith, after the save, got knocked down. And this is going to be free position for Nicole Smith. Smith races in off the free position. It's swatted away from behind as she went to shoot. Ball loose in the slot. Players fighting for it. Poked out to the perimeter and taken by Kozlowski. Kozlowski able to cradle away from Lindsay Smith and will carry into the attacking end. Sullivan will walk behind the net. Pratt on the corner right side bounces it out to the perimeter. McKinnon able to hustle out to the far side, and she keeps it in. Kozlowski at the point. 40 seconds on the shot clock here for Nichols. Miranda Smith up the left side. And a foul is called here against the Seahawks. That's Victoria Johnson getting in the way of Smith. And now Miranda Smith will have free position. Clock stops with 15:56 to go and a chance to tie the game. Smith walks in, fires it, save made by Myers. And I think we're going to get a yellow card here. So serving the yellow will be Miranda Smith. Here comes Sliz. Nicole Smith trying to feed the entry towards the net. It deflects on the goal, and they score. Smith drops the stick, so no Seahawk apparently got a piece of that. It went off a Bison player and directed into the net. And let's see what the officials deem here. And they're just going to check Nicole Smith's stick. This will be a good goal. Sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good. We'll try and get you a second look at that one. Nicole Smith went to go feed it to the left side towards Sliz. A Bison player swatted at it, and it went into the net. 2-goal lead for Salve. Time out. Nichols will take it as well. 15-19 to go in the first half. Welcome back to Gaudet Field. 15-19 to go in the first half. Seahawks with 2 unanswered goals. They lead 5-3. Largest lead of the first half. That last goal from Nicole Smith, basically an own goal. Smith fired it and it deflected off of a Bison player and in. Looked like it went right off a stick. So unfortunate for Emily Egan, who has had a monster first half. The CCC leader in saves. She's kept the Bison in this one. Timeout called by Melissa Rausch just to kind of calm down her team a bit and not let the Seahawks build momentum. Draw control at midfield. Lindsey Smith pokes it high in the air and she comes down with it. Gets it away to Megan Ryder. Nicole Smith back to her sister Lindsay, who's celebrating senior day here today. Seahawks have 4 seniors. Here comes Katie Doherty looking for her third. Fires it on the net, and she scores. Katie Doherty with her second of the afternoon. And it's 6-3 Salve. Katie Doherty, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points already. And Lindsay Smith will once again be in to take the draw here for Salve. Seahawks expanding their largest lead. And I think they may make them do this again. They're going to make Lindsay Smith come in there again for Salve. Smith flicks it back, but it comes right into the cross of Elizabeth Luster. And then a foul against Salve. Luster on the far side, flicks it into the corner. Behind the net, Pratt. Pratt passes out to the near side to Miranda Smith. Smith, little shake and bake, trying to get her way in front with a shot, and she scores! Miranda Smith. .14:20 to go in the first half, and it's back to a 2-score game. Nicole Smith back on the draw against McKinnon, and she pokes it right to herself. Clean win for Nicole Smith. Smith sprinting up the middle, feels contact, floats it into the corner. Maddie Villarreal, and she's fouled from behind. And this will be free position for Maddie Villarreal. I think the Bison weren't aware of that. They were kind of packed up in the middle there. Free position here for Maddie Villarreal, way offset to the left. And she'll walk it off to the side of the cage. Katie Doherty on the right side, working on 3 points already. Lindsay Smith. Fake the drive to the left now, back to the right. She'll walk it into the corner, lobs it to Villarreal behind the net. Villarreal left side. Makes her move towards the front. Will back it out. Top of the slot. Looking for an entry. None there. So she'll weave her way right side. The Bison leave her alone. Villarreal back to her right with an underhanded shot, and it's turned away by Egan. Back in front, Lindsay Smith scores! Kylie Anderson off the inbounds feeds Lindsay Smith in front. And the Seahawks are back to a 3-goal differential. First goal of the day for Lindsay Smith. First senior to score. And she gets a big hand coming off the field. Getting a quick breather here with 13:22 to go in the first half. Olivia Parizo will come in now to take the draw for Salve against McKinnon. It's flicked backwards into space, and Parizo will scoop it. And she drops all the way back to Kerry Beelan, so now the Seahawks will have to clear it. This one fed out of bounds. Seahawks turn it over. Errant pass there from Victoria Johnson. And now the Bison will look to clear. Kozlowski will walk it into the attacking end. Pratt, top of the arc, left side, out at the point. Gives it up straight away to Liz McKinnon. Blitzed by 2 Seahawks. She gives it up to Kristen Sullivan. Sullivan, strong down the right side with a shot off the crossbar. And a foul in the corner against Salve. Sullivan gives it up, and it looked like Luster had dropped it, but a foul called against Parizo. And this will be free position for the Bison. Shot on the net is stuffed. Seahawks get it back the other way. Villarreal trying to make her move. Doherty on the right side, and now foul on the inside here against the Bison. And this is going to be free position for Katie Doherty. Katie Doherty sprinting and off, free position, and she scores! Hat-trick goal for Katie Doherty. $11:11 to go. Seahawks with their largest lead, up by 4. Off the draw control, Nicole Smith able to scoop it. And she lobs it to her sister Lindsay. And Lindsay Smith sprints into the attacking end. And now slows things up into the corner. Megan Ryder floats it to Katie Doherty. Maddie Villarreal circling around. Will walk back behind the net, looking for an outlet. Floats it to Kylie Anderson. Anderson with a shot, and she scores! Make that Nicole Smith, in fact, rolling to the net. And that's the third goal of the game for Smith. Nine to 4 Salve with 10:38 to go in the first. Smith and McKinnon will draw at midfield. And it's going to hop into the cross of Luster for the Bison. Luster up the near side, bumped and fouled. And the ball turned over on the near side. Pratt couldn't handle it. And it's picked up by Sliz. Here comes Katie Doherty. Doherty floats it to Lindsay Smith, trying to get it back to Maddie Villarreal. That's deflected on the inside and taken back by the Bison. Up the near side is Sam Hazy. Back to Jenna Turini. Turini dropped it, and a foul called from behind, and I think this is going to be against the Bison. So Katie Doherty will start with the ball here on the near side. Doherty zips the entry. Sliz, and her shot denied by Egan. Sliz with a follow-up chance. That is saved by Egan as well. Smith with a clean steal on the far side. Ripping it away, and now gets it away to Lindsay Smith. Back in front, Doherty, underhanded shot, turned away by Egan. Does she cover it up? She can't in time. And she's going to argue this. Egan trying to argue with the official. But it's another goal for Katie Doherty. .8:55 to go in the first, and the Seahawks add to their lead.
Seahawk goal scored by number 17, Katie Doherty.
Four first half goals for Katie Doherty to go along with an assist. So 5 total points for her. Nicole Smith feeds the draw into Smace and comes away with it. Lindsay Smith now. Left side. Maddie Tilton to Elizabeth Baldwin right side. Behind the net now, Villarreal. Villarreal, sidearm pass that gets through everyone in the slot, bouncing out to the perimeter. Out at midfield, Tilton looking to scoop it. Instead, it's scooped by Sullivan, who's off to the races now. Sullivan trying to feed it out in front. It's going to go too high and out of play. Lindsay Smith brings it down the field. Seahawks get the clear. Smith trying to drop it into the corner. Now she turns it over. And then it's turned back over right again in front. Villarreal looking for an angle, and her shot is saved by Egan. And then Doherty picks off a pass. Gets it back to Villarreal in the slot, looking for space. She fires it on the goal and scores. Hat-trick goal for Maddie Villarreal. And that's her 4th point of the afternoon.
Seahawk goal scored by number 6, Maddie.
Seahawks with their largest lead now, 11-4 with 7:18 to go in the first half. Seahawks come away with the draw. Here's Maddie Villarreal now. Looking for an edge left side. Villarreal floats it into the middle. Salisbury with an underhanded drive, and she scores! Maddie Villarreal setting up Salisbury. And that's 5 first half points for her.
Seahawk goal scored by number 16, Stephanie Salisbury.
And Nicole Smith comes down with another draw. Floats it to Maddie Villarreal. Seahawks rolling right now. Up top to Celia Paulskill. Floats it inside. Doherty turns and she scores! Seahawks offensive engine is in high gear right now. And the celebrations on the Seahawks bench have started.
Seahawk goal scored by number 7.
And they're having a party right now. On a roll scoring. Close to making this a double-digit game. 13-4 very quickly. Liz McKinnon comes down with the draw. Bison with possession. A chance to end this Seahawks scoring run. Sullivan left side. Walks behind the cage. Just an offensive explosion here for the Seahawks in the last few minutes. Miranda Smith. Kozlowski now. Checked by Carrie Beelan. Kozlowski gives it up into the corner. Now comes to set a screen for McKinnon. Make this Sullivan. Sullivan circling all the way around the Seahawks defense, now trying to bounce one. It goes over the crossbar and wide. Miranda Smith with a shot, and it's saved by Myers. Seahawks trying to clear. Ball moved out to midfield, and Carrie Beelan had it stripped. Stripped and picked up by McKenna Gernander. Liz McKinnon off the free position. And it's saved by Myers. Outlet to Ayu Sakamoto up the near side. And the Seahawks get the clear. Pass into the middle. Salisbury's shot is saved by Egan. And carried up the near side by Elizabeth Luster. Pratt. Fakes the entry, now out onto the wing to Miranda Smith. Miranda Smith spins to the inside, able to float it over the top, and she scores. Second goal of the game for Miranda Smith.
Second goal scored by number 25, Miranda Smith.
That comes with 3:41 to go in the first half. That makes it 13-5. Celia Paulskill trying to track down the draw, and she does for Salve. Seahawks had a chance for a double-digit lead. Miranda Smith getting a goal back has made this an 8-goal game. Maddie Villarreal with 5 points here in the first half, looking for her 6th, and she scores! Too easy for Maddie Villarreal. 4 goals, 2 assists here in the first half for Maddie Villarreal.
Seahawk goal scored by number 6, Maddie Villarreal.
14-5 with 3:18 to go in the first. Off the draw, it comes right to Olivia Sliz. Here's Baldwin now for Salve. Baldwin lobs it into the corner to Katie Doherty. Foul called here against the Bison. Here's Doherty. Lobs to Lindsay Smith. Smith to the cutter for a shot. That's Nicole Smith. And the shot is saved by Egan. And she rolls it out. It's picked up by Sliz, and they score. Double-digit lead for the Seahawks. Costly turnover. Costly turnover there for Egan. She just tried to roll it out for the clear. It came to Sliz. And the clock will run now with a double-digit lead.
Seahawk goal scored by number 1, Olivia Smith.
And we hit 2 minutes to play in the first half, and it's a 10-goal lead for Salve Regina. We were tied at 3. Seahawks took a 6-3 lead. Miranda Smith got a goal back to make it 6-4. A 9-1 run since that point. Liz Baldwin Trying to skirt the end line, is bumped and fouled behind the net. Clock rolling now with a minute to play in the first half. Baldwin gives it up to Maddie Villarreal, who has 6 first-half points. Villarreal rolling to the front, turns, and she scores again. Five first-half goals for Maddie Villarreal. And it's 16-5.
Goal scored by number 6, Maddie Villarreal.
Lindsay Smith comes up with the draw, gets it ahead to Baldwin. Gets it away to Sliz. Sliz lost it, thought she was fouled. No call. And Kelly Beelan intercepted it at the buzzer. And that'll do it for the first half. The Seahawks, a 10-1 run to lead by 11 at halftime here over Nichols on Senior Day. And 7 first half points from Maddie Villarreal to lead all scores. Seahawks lead 16-5. We have reached halftime, and we will step aside here from Gaudet. Welcome back to Gaudet Field here in Middletown, Rhode Island. Salve Regina leading Nichols College 16-5 as we get ready for the start of the second half of this Commonwealth Coast Conference matchup. Andrew Pizzelli here bringing you the call. The Seahawks a 10-1 scoring run to close out that first half. Maddie Villarreal, 5 goals, 2 assists in the first half, 7 total points. And she was part of that Seahawks run where they just took over this game. And if not for Emily Egan, she has 9 saves in the first half. This one could be even further out of reach for the Bison right now. Let's see how they can start the second half. This one was tight. It was back and forth. The game was tied 3-3. And the Bison have not been close since it was 6-4. Nicole Smith starts the second half the way she ended the first, winning a draw. Another draw control win for her, and here's Maddie Villarreal, left side, making her roll towards the front with a shot, and she goes low and scores again. Six goals for Maddie Villarreal. The record for the Seahawks in a game is 8 goals. Katie Doherty did that earlier this year versus Gordon.
Seahawk goal scored by number 6, Maddie Villarreal.
And the clock will continue to run. 12-goal lead now for Salve. Jennifer Jones was the other player in program history. Back on April 24th, 2013, she also scored 8 goals. It's only been done twice in program history. Maddie Villarreal already with 6 here, and we're just starting the second half. And Nicole Smith will hold this one on the far side. Lindsay Smith over to Sliz. Sliz lobs it towards Katie Doherty. Doherty trying to go low as well, and this one hops wide. Seahawks will keep it. Maddie Villarreal again sprinting into the slot, flicks it to Doherty, fires it low, and she scores. Villarreal setting up Doherty. And that's now 6 goals for Katie Doherty in the game. So Doherty and Villarreal have been an unstoppable combo here in this game. Sliz, top of the arc, gives it up to Doherty. On the wing, Ryder trying to lob it inside, and that is picked off by Elizabeth Luster. Luster gets it away to Kirsten Sullivan. Was able to get the clear for the Bison. Luster out high is bumped and fouled. And it will be free position for the Bison. Near side, Miranda Smith. Back to Gernander. Top of the arc now to Kozlowski. Clock rolling with the Seahawks leading by 13. A 12-1 scoring run for Salve. Kirsten Sullivan trying to back her way in, finds an angle with a shot, and it's saved by Myers. And the rebound scooped up by Gabby Majensky. Villarreal down the middle, and she takes a tumble. Ball loose in front and scooped up by the Bison. And players falling on the ground now, and we might get a yellow card here coming against Kylie Anderson. And Kylie Anderson will come over to serve the yellow card. So the Bison will be man up for 2 minutes. And they're able to get it up the field. Bison get the clear. Kirsten Sullivan on the near side now. Gets away to McKinnon, the left side. Now back out onto the wing. Gernander to Kozlowski. Kozlowski up top. Seahawks come to challenge her. Kozlowski now trying to get around Victoria Johnson. Floats it in behind the net, and that is going to go out of play off of Pratt. Sliz will carry it up the field and get the clear for Salve. Sliz trying to bounce it in front towards Salisbury, and she turns it over. Bison still on the man up. Carry it up into the attacking end. Miranda Smith gets the clear. Now they hold it on the wing. McKinnon trying to fight her way in front. A foul called on the inside. Foul called against Salve. And this will be free position for Miranda Smith. Smith fires it off free position, but wide. Bison keep the ball. We're back to even strength. Gernander trying to zip the entry. That one bouncing around on the inside. And Sullivan will scoop it up in the corner and get fouled. So give Sullivan a ground ball there. And another foul on the inside. And this will be free possession for Miranda Smith once again. Smith walks forward and fires it high. And Carrie Beelan tracks down the rebound from that behind the net. Maddie Tilton will track it down out near the 30-yard line. Seahawks leading 18-5. Clock rolling with the double-digit lead. Katie Doherty, who's got 6 goals, so too does Maddie Villarreal. Villarreal has it here. Gives it back to Kylie Anderson. Tilton. Top of the arc. Floats it into the corner to Doherty. Behind the net, Villarreal. Villarreal. Cut off from driving into the front of the net. Gives it back to Katie Doherty. Those two have been the two-headed monster here for the Seahawks. Doherty drops the ball, fires it high as the shot clock was winding down. Seahawks will keep it. And that'll do it for the shot clock. Seahawks turn it over. And now the Bison carried up the field. They get the clear. Kirsten Sullivan. Gives it up to McKinnon. Make this Luster trying to start her drive. Flips it back to Sullivan. Sullivan trying to turn the corner. Can't do so against Carrie Beelan. And so she will race in behind the net. And we'll try again. Sullivan one-on-one with Beelan. Fires it high and wide and out of play. Sullivan again trying to fight one-on-one with Beelan, and this time Beelan called for the foul. And this will be free position here for Nichols. Sullivan will fire and score. That makes it 18-6. First goal of the game for Sullivan. Still a double-digit differential.
Number 15, Kirsten Sullivan.
Lindsay Smith wins the draw for Salve and sprints up the right side into the attacking end. Smith lobs to her sister Nicole. It's off her cross and into the arms of Emily Egan. Bison with the ball, trailing by 12, 16:30 to go. This pass will roll out to the perimeter, but scooped up by Kozlowski. And it's going to be over and back. They're going to say that too many men came over. And let's see what the call is here. Looks like too many came over. And they're going to correct the call. Pratt on the left side. 16 minutes to go. Bison, Kozlowski now out on the wing. Gives it up to Kirsten Sullivan. Sullivan again trying to work one-on-one with Beeland. Lindsay Smith comes to help. Luster keeps it alive on the perimeter. Luster, looking to make her move on the inside, is bumped and fouled. And this will be free position for Elizabeth Luster. Luster's going to wind up and fire, and Myers able to track it down, then lost it out in front. Follow-up shot goes wide, and that will be missed by Liz McKinnon. Seahawks get it up the field. Kylie Anderson holding in the attacking end. Clock rolling with 14:26 to go here in the second half. Kylie Anderson gives back to Lindsay Smith. Doherty back to Villarreal. Each of them have had monster afternoons. Villarreal trying to get it back to Doherty, who turns, fires, and it's saved by Egan. And then the rebound collected by Sama Hazy. Bison with possession, down to 13 minutes to play. Foul at the end line against Salve. Trying to make her move towards the front, and scoring is Kozlowski. That makes it an 11-goal game.
Second goal scored by number 6, Danielle Kozlowski.
Kirsten Sullivan trying to get to the draw. Nicole Smith and her in a fight for it. Ball still being kicked around. It's going to go out of play on the far side. It will belong to the Bison. McKinnon on the far side. And a foul called on the far side in the corner against Salve. Here's Kozlowski. Back to Luster. And a foul on the inside here against Salve. McKinnon into a double teamed. Trying to float it towards the net. Loose behind the cage, along the end line, and scooped up. Give a ground ball there to Pratt. McKinnon into a double team, trying to float it into space. Kozlowski gathers her shot, turned aside by Myers. And the rebound controlled by Nicole Smith. Ten minutes to play. Seahawks leading by 11. Foul at midfield against Salve. McKinnon will race away from Maddie Villarreal. Lindsay Smith jumps the passing lane and has a steal from Kozlowski. In front for Salisbury, and she scores! Lindsay Smith setting up Salisbury.
Stephanie Salisbury.
And the Seahawks push the lead back to 12. Off the draw, a big collision there. The ball will be free for Sliz to scoop. Seahawks win the draw. Sliz to Villarreal, pirouettes through the slot, and her shot is blocked. Sliz right on a whistle. I think this is a foul on the inside here against the Bison. And this will be free position here as well for Olivia Sliz. Let's see if Sliz can get another goal here on Senior Day. Sliz will fire, and she scores! And the Seahawks have reached 20 goals. Seahawks trying to improve to 4-1 at home. They have top 20 now, or at least scored 20 goals in 4 of their 5 home games. Clock continues to run.
Number 1, Olivia Sliz.
Two goals for Sliz. Players still fighting for this draw. And finally, it's Victoria Johnson who comes up with it for Salve. And she gets it away to Lindsay Smith. Seahawks will look to clear, and they will, as Baldwin gathers it and walks it into the attacking end. Gets it away to Maddie Viller, who's got 9 points here today. 6 goals, 3 assists, trying to make it 7 goals. And her shot goes high and wide. This game was tight early. The Seahawks just made their move late in the first half. Salisbury with an underhanded shot that goes wide. Baldwin right side. Up top to Tilton. Sliz. Stop and start. Gives it back to Lindsay Smith. Teams traded goals to start. It was 3-3. Here comes Katie Doherty towards the front, and her shot is saved by Egan. Sliz, off the free position, fires it wide. Seahawks keep the ball. Here's Villarreal in front, and she rolls it through the wickets. Seven goals for Maddie Villarreal. And it's Molly Steen in net now for the Bison. Steen making her 6th appearance of the season. In relief of Emily Egan. Clock continues to run, and we've hit 2 minutes to play here at Gaudet. Lindsay Smith gets it inside to Sliz, looking for more, and she scores. 22-7. This game was tied 3-3. Seahawks took a 6-3 lead. It was 6-4. (16-3) is the run since that point. Lindsey Smith pokes the draw into space. Maddie Tilton has a shot at it, and she does come up with it. Ball moved towards Katie Doherty in the slot, and it will roll to Steen. She fires it out into space, taken by Kozlowski with 26 seconds to go. Kozlowski will sprint it up the right side. Bison kept this one close early. Egan, who was relieved by Steen a couple of goals ago, had a monster day, did everything she could between the pipes. But the combination of Doherty and Villarreal as a shot is denied by Myers at the buzzer were just too much for the Bison to handle. Maddie Villarreal, 7 goals, 3 assists. Katie Doherty with 6 goals, 13 goals between the two of them. The Seahawks win going away 22-7. I know they feel happy about that. After having a tough loss here on Tuesday, they come back and win to even their conference record at 2-2. They send the Bison to 0-5 rather in the CCC. 2-9 overall. Meanwhile, Salve improves to 5-3 overall, and a good day. Beautiful, gorgeous afternoon, and then a good game for the seniors. Olivia Sliz, Victoria Johnson, Carrie Beelan, and Lindsey Smith all honored before the game, and they went out and put out a great performance out on the field for their family and friends here today. Next up, for Salve Regina, they'll play Roger Williams, a big CCC tilt. That will be on April 10th at 7 p.m. right back here at Gaudet, the 4th game of this 4-game homestand for the Seahawks. I'd like to thank our entire staff and production crew. Angelo Domina providing live stats here this afternoon. Dan Nastasi, the camera work here for this broadcast. And I'd like to thank you all for joining and listening with us here this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed this one. The Seahawks, the final here today, 22-7. They defeat Nichols College. I am Andy Pizzelli. Have a good afternoon, everyone.